right, and we're here with Lisa today. And we're just getting finished up with your first 4-month program. We're just getting ready to get started into something else right now. But as we were reviewing your paperwork, we were just discussing all the really neat changes that you had since you started. So can you tell us a little bit about what it was that you came in for initially? What type of problems were you having?
Initially, I had been struggling with my memory that I noticed, and it had been going on for a few months, where I've always had an excellent memory, but I was forgetting things that I should not have been forgetting. And I just had started getting worried because I'm 46, and if this is happening to me now, what am I going to be like in 5 or 10 years? And I thought the whole problem was my thyroid, because I do have some thyroid issues.
Yes.
But I knew that something had to happen now, or I was going to be in big trouble. So I just started looking online because I needed to find a new doctor for my thyroid, and found you. And I just assumed that my whole memory problem it was because of the thyroid. Since I found out that wasn't the case, it was a little bit of everything, I feel like.
Sure.
But now, in just 4 months, I know it sounds crazy, but I feel normal. I had been having problems, I guess I was kind of at my wit's end. I had been having problems not only with memory, but I think with a rational thought process, or sorting through a problem. I just would get upset for no reason, just at things that now when I look back, I'm thinking, how could anybody even stand to be around me? But I do finally feel normal, that I can have a thought process that's rational and have anything make sense, because I really was
struggling with that.
I was struggling.
I remember our conversation initially, and we did start out by doing some blood work, and there were some things wrong thyroid wise.
Yeah.
Okay, we did see that. So there was definitely that was part of it, but it wasn't all of it.
No.
And as we went through, and we even recently just looked at like your gluten sensitivity, we saw that one of the markers there, the transglutaminase 6, had to do with brain tissue. So that we know if you were eating those things, or things that cross-react with those things, then we're going to have a problem with the brain tissue. Okay, so we see that. We also saw some gut infection that was there.
I do have, yes.
That you'd known about and thought maybe it was gone, but then we found out it really wasn't gone. So that doesn't help.
No.
Problems in the gut will always negatively impact the brain itself too. So I know that we had to do some pretty significant dietary changes with you. You'd made some, but we made even more. And how was that? Because I think people are really concerned about that, and they worry about being able to do that.
No, I think it was easy. Well, like you said, I'd already started on doing some things, but I think, like I told you earlier, my biggest things of cutting out was eggs, because I'm super busy, like I guess most everybody.
Sure.
But eggs are just so easy for me to do. A boiled egg in the morning, and fruit, and I'm good. I had to cut that out, but if you plan,
sure,
it's easy. And I think that's the thing. I had gotten out of the habit of planning, where I used to be good at it, and it's this has made me, the night before, you just plan better, or when you go to the grocery store or whatever, you just plan. As long as you plan it, it's good. There's no difference. Even for my husband, where he just eats everything, and normally he'll be like, "Are you on a diet?" Something. He hadn't even said anything, so I don't think it was an issue at all.
Excellent. Good. And you've been really good at following the protocol as well.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Makes my life easier. So I know a lot of women suffer with fatigue is a big complaint.
Yeah, that was a big one, and I blamed that on my thyroid also. But after the blood work and just tweaking a few things that my body needed, aside from the thyroid, I'm good. I was getting really, really drained almost right after lunch till the end. I just couldn't wait. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just couldn't wait for my day to end so I could go home and get in the bed. Now I'm good. And I have I worked 14 hours yesterday. And even at 6 o'clock when I'd already been at work for 12 hours, I was good to go. And so I feel great now. I don't have that. You know, of course there are days when you're just tired, but it's not an everyday. When is this going to end?
Right.
You know.
And you know, when you're not feeling all fatigued and you're getting a good night's rest and you're feeling more like yourself and you're not feeling so fearful because you're worried about what's going on in your brain, then you can actually, you're better, in a better mood, and people enjoy being around you in a different way, I would imagine too. Yeah. Excellent. Well, I'm so glad that we were able to help you, and it was such a relatively short period of time. So that's awesome, and we look forward to seeing some new positive changes over the next few months.
Thank you, and I appreciate more than you know. My husband probably does even more. Everything you've done for me so far, and I can't wait to do our next step.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lisa. My pleasure.
Thank you.